Yo, yo.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bengals After Dark videocast.
Presented by B Thangs and Bengals Drake.
I was about to do that thing. I was about to do it.
Oh, shit.
Wait, fuck. What
How you guys doing, man? It's almost Friday, midweek. We're in phase 2. B Thangs, he's counting down the days.
Count down the days on the Sick Podcast.
Oh, my God. Nah.
If you know, you know. But yeah, man, certainly counting down the days. Counting down the days for many things, bro. Off top. Counting down the days to get this Trey shit over with, bro. Just getting straight into it. Like, fuck how we're doing. How's Trey doing? How is the Saga going right now, bro?
I mean, I assume the same, right? You know, he just wanting paid. He wants paid, man. But, you know, rub two nickels together and you don't get a dime in Paycor Stadium.
Every dime matters at Paycor, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So, obviously, you hear the reports from Mike Florio, which, first of all, Mike Florio, bro, for YouTube, so they don't audit us or anything. But, bro, I don't even know if I trust that report of the 28 mil per. I can see it. I mean, it could make sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've heard that they got to the 23 mil per marker. So 30 mil per year or 30-year, a 1 year, $30 million extension. Obviously getting 16 base this year will be 23 per year over the next 2 years. I don't know, bro. But overall, like, it definitely makes sense on why he wouldn't be willing to bend the knee at 28 mil.
Yeah.
You know?
What has it been at the end of the day? Always guaranteed money. And I think when you really dive into the contract, like APY can always look nice in a contract, but it's all up to that guaranteed money. I mean, the rookies now, dude, the rookies are getting first rounders are getting fully guaranteed contracts. Today, Cam Ward got 50 million fully guaranteed.
That's crazy, bro. I think Joe got 38 mil. 36.
Yeah, because it was like what 4 for, but Jamar's I thought was 4 for somewhere around there. I mean,
yeah, Jamar's was almost 30 mil. I know, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, man, like it totally makes sense. I don't even want to keep beating this dead horse of this topic, bro. We talked about it ad nauseum, guys. Like, he's given enough leeway throughout the years, you know, of producing so highly. And, like, it makes sense from all sides, bro. It makes sense from the Bengals side of, look, we've already upped your pay multiple times because you played well. And Trey has continuously been like, I have been underpaid multiple times, multiple years. But he also signed the dotted line. So I'm kind of getting to a point to where I'm tired of talking about it, bro. But
it's a cat and mouse game. It's back and forth because, like, I see both sides, right? The Bengals won, right? They won on that 1 year once they got it off the 8-sack season, which was good business from them. But now you're in a situation where Trey has a new agent and he does want long-term security. And I think the last report that we saw was that the Bengals, or actually Trey said it, that they were kind of set right now on, like, you know, 2 years max. So, and I'm sure that doesn't really appease to him.
Yeah, I mean, because 2-year extension, 3-year contract, you know, it's always made sense, bro. Like, I made a tweet months ago saying the Bengals, it makes so much sense for them to offer a 1 year, $30 to $32 million contract, and Trey is not going to want it because he's going to want long-term security with guarantees. And this is where the standoff's going to occur and ensue. I think I could see this standoff going for some time, bro. That's what makes this exhausting. And I really don't want to beat a dead horse every week on this fucking video cast about it. But yeah, man, that's where it's currently at. Like, you hear the numbers, Trey standing his ground, and I get it, bro. I really have no hard feelings at all for what he's done. I have no hard feelings for how bold he's been to speak out on this.
No.
You know, and it's just like, this has got to play out, bro. But like, at least, I don't know, how much are you noticing, like, hatred wise towards the front office? There's always hatred, right? Like, spewed out, dissing. I feel like I haven't seen a ton of that last like week. Have you?
No, I think the vibes are high in the building right now. I think, the team is outside of that situation. I think they're doing really good. And I think Pan, Jamar, and T, we've talked about it, how beneficial that is to that locker room. Those guys being in there day one, whether it's voluntaries, mandatories, they're there. So I think, yeah, I agree with you. I haven't seen as much. Now I will say maybe towards the first, Shamar Stewart, they have to get that contract figured out too. And not to say it's alarming, but it's like, we
Annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. He wants a similar contract to what Miles Murphy got. Pretty sure.
To Myles Garrett. Nah, I hear you. Yeah, no, he does want it largely to that number, and he obviously wants more injury security. It's pay structure, it's time of pay, and look, it's been known that his agent is one of the most hardest agents to work with, bro, in the league. And yeah, like that's my perception on it. Like,
does he have David?
What's that?
Does he have David?
No, I don't even remember the dude's name.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, maybe Jeff something. But yeah, man, like that's my outlook on it. It's annoying more than anything. I'm not crucifying the kid, and I'm not crucifying the agent either. These guys are trying to get theirs, man. They know that the owners typically hold all of the leverage, so they're trying to take the little bit they can. But it just comes down to what I think is irrefutable, bro. You've already proven a questionable amount. Suppose not enough.
Yeah.
Don't give anybody more fucking reasons on your ability to prove shit.
Yeah.
And like in the macro, I'm not here to try to be in a dude's pocket, nothing like that. But what I just said, you are allowing, not that other people's opinions really matter, but grace, man. You want to stay in good graces. You want to prove shit because you've got to prove shit.
Yeah.
There's too much talk out there that these players have. They get paid what they get paid. But also you still got to earn it like you're not getting paid. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm digging in a dude's pockets. I don't know. Maybe that's just my philosophy, and other people are like, oh, he's earned every single bit. That dude hasn't fucking earned it. Like, hasn't that what we talked about? Like, I'm not here to try to dish Shamar. Shemaine Burton, Shamarcus Russell, whatever you want to call him, bro. He better.
Shamondre Smith.
Shamondre Smith. No, I'm kidding, man.
Yeah, I said it. You got a lot of standoffs right now, and it's crazy that it's on the defensive side of the ball. And that's not. You don't want it to be like that. But I think secondary wise, I think a lot of these guys are locked in. CTB, DJ Turner. I think they're ready for it. It's just it's been this the entire time, getting the trenches right. So we'll see.
No doubt, bro.
We'll see.
So speaking of trenches, defensive side of the ball, Montravius Adams was brought in for a visit a couple days ago. It's Montravius, right?
I think.
It was sudden, bro. You didn't hear any talks about them searching in the D-line market, but it could have made sense. I really liked him, bro, because I felt like that he had the ability to two-man as a smaller nose tackle, but had some pass rush upside and produced solid a couple times. A couple years ago, I should say. He's kind of had a decline the past couple of seasons, but like I said, can move to a 3-tech spot and win as a pass rusher. So he left without a deal. I he was a guy that actually got cut just a couple weeks ago. I didn't know that after the draft because the Steelers drafted Derek Harmon. So
yeah,
he could have added some juice, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it taken away from McKinley Jackson, and I think we really have to develop day 1 and 2 picks. I mean, those are super important. We've seen the success that they've had in guys like Yoshi and Chase Brown that help you win games, but you also need that on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be interesting. We still are kind of looking for a 3-tech still. I mean, we have juice. I think saw McKinley last year. We have some juice, but you wish you had a little more comfortability on the inside. You're just hoping for a big year 2 ascension from Chris Jenkins. But yeah, man, we'll have to see.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. That's what's tough because like there feels like there's no crystal clear elevation or floor risen to this defense.
Yeah.
Like we all hope on the ceiling and we've seen upside from every single individual player, right? But you don't have a clear, confident, really any position of being like, oh, this is clearly a higher floored unit to where you will not be literally the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
And I can't say that with confidence, man. So it's like, of course, we're absolutely still banking on the ascension of this defense as a whole on each level of the defense. And I think that there's a ton of room for that. I believe in a lot of these players. I believe in most of them. But, yeah, it's just all the moving parts, man.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be important. It's going to be important to see how they really piece together that defensive line to help that secondary win this upcoming season. Because I've said it. I feel like you kind of feel the same way. It's hard to replace Jesse Bates, right? But at the same time, it's hard to make your secondary's job easy when quarterbacks have all day to throw. Like, it's stuff like that. And I really do feel like this secondary can get some juice. It's just going to all be dependent on them trenches. And we saw it at the end of last year. We talked about it, how Sai, guys buying in and stuff like that. It's going to be dependent on that.
No doubt, bro. And that is what gives me faith because I know that is going to be Al's calling card.
Yeah.
Right. I know that he's going to go all in on getting the most out of each individual and making it simple, stupid. Because we know that these guys are capable, man.
Yeah.
And that was what was the demise of the Lou-led defense last year. Complexity was the enemy.
Yeah.
You used to have guys that could handle a lot of that complexity, but not every single dude is 10 out of 10 IQ.
Right.
And instincts on the defense.
And philosophy is so important, bro. Yeah, it's how guys are bought in to play football.
Yeah. And plus that is where you got so much hope. Now this is where we're going to build the hype here, guys. Like each individual defensive player, you see the athletic upside in almost all of them. Like you don't have the super sound technique guys. Like you don't have anything like an Alex Capela of the defense.
Yeah.
Right. You got a lot of athletic freaks out there.
Mm-hmm.
Even Logan Wilson is a really good athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And Demetrius Knight tested really well. And Barrett Carter was solid but depth guy.
He looked lean.
The secondary. And the safeties test average.
Yeah.
Our corners, bro, fucking insane. All of them are 9+ on the RAS, so you definitely believe in those abilities. Simple, stupid, effective. That's how you got to go about it. But, a little thing, bro, I've been thinking about a little bit more. What was up with that Josh Newton news a month ago that he was the assumed starter? I saw you report it because you saw it from someone else, but
I think it was Kelsey Conway.
You can't take anything
Yeah.
legit right now, right? But that didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense now.
I could see it.
But not over Draco. I don't get that. I think he's fully capable of moving into the inside slot role. I think Fig can provide you more as a big body second nickel guy. But I think Draco's well suited for that role. Is he the best tackler? No, but neither is Fig.
I think you could also see a lot of how we have in the past with a lot of rotation out of that cornerback 2 slot. You know, especially Dax coming back from the injury. See how it works early on mesh wise. Plus, I think Cam is still, you know, the starter, but I think in ways he still has to win back some trust, you know, from last year. I still think he's going to be fine. You know, there's no issues there. It's just all about, like I said, it's all about the trenches, defensive line. But I I like our corners. I'm excited about the corners. It's just what's in front of them.
No doubt, bro. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah,
So
we didn't even talk about it. BJ Hill in a boot. I know Zach said you know, it was precautionary, so I don't really have much information on that.
yeah, no, I didn't hear a ton either. It's pretty low key, but yeah, I mean he must have had something done. I mean,
Actually,
minor surgery possibly,
actually
or
was told something by someone. Let me see real quick.
yeah. Doesn't seem like anything too significant from what Zach was talking about. So fortunately nothing I'm worried about.
Yeah, something from last year he had to work on. Good to go.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and try to convert to the offensive side of the ball. Tonight, guys, we got to keep this an efficient episode because motherfuckers got work to do. Next day, days to follow, busy days, busy weeks ahead, but we always fit in efficient content. Mr. Burton, I cannot wait anymore
Okay.
but to talk about your brother, Jermaine.
Yeah.
The hype, bro. Jermaine on the hype train. How do you feel about your brother?
You know,
Has he been ridden of his CTE?
well, that's always, you know, a hearsay conversation. Just got
Don't your brother have CTE?
to take. I mean, you guys see it right there. 138 to 135 tonight, game 1, Indiana Pacers, Halliburton. It's always the Burtons, Drake Burton, Bengals After Dark, Jermaine Burton. It's just the Burtons, bro. And I think Jermaine Burton, like, he's gonna be good, man. I think he's gonna really turn it around here. All right, all troll aside, I really
That was good.
it's been relief, man. You know, just seeing everything so far this off season, and you just hope that continues on this path. But I think he's locked in, man. I really do. I think he's locked in. And I don't know if you saw my tweet. It's like he's the type of guy that, you know, late round draft picks, whatever. It's like he's the type of guy that helps you win when you need to, playoffs, trying to get that Lombardi. Like if you had Jermaine Burton at full potential starting next to Jamar and T, it wouldn't just be Jamar and T people were worried about. Like he would take the top off every time. Like,
Dude, it's digging up like my from this time last year.
I know.
I don't take a single thing I've ever said about his talent, bro.
Yeah.
And just I tweeted about it, guys. Like Jermaine was really becoming a special player to me because for me personally, I love underdogs, man. I love dudes that are
Facts.
strongly discounted, counted out, you know, anything, you know. So I caught on to him quick last year, energy wise, and I was bummed, man, seeing what he did, you know. And not that I completely wanted to turn away from him, but we're also ride or diers for Andre, you know. So it was kind of easy to hop back onto the hot hand, you know, and a guy who did capitalize on the opportunity didn't just like default into it. Andre kind of took that shit.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about a talent, not deviating from what I've said at all in the past. Jermaine is levels, plural, above Andre. And we love Andre. But Andre is an athlete first, not a receiver first. So Jermaine Burton is a wide receiver first. That dude is a gift of an athlete, bro, but a bigger gift of a football player. You know, so.
And I'd actually love to talk about the team chemistry too. I think the team chemistry has been, at least the vibes wise, it seems like it's at an all-time high, like we haven't seen in a few years. Guys out at Kings Island. You saw Jermaine out there with T and Jamar. So I think, you know, hopefully, and maybe that's what has happened this offseason. It's like, you know, just kind of let's take him under our wing. Just really show him the way because, bro, sky is the limit for this offense. Even with Yoshi in there, like Mike Gesicki, like everybody in there, it's interchangeable, and for health reasons like that also helps you too. So, man, I'm not going to give up on the dream. I know he's not going to give up on the dream. I know you can't give up on the dream. Jermaine Burton, it's here. Best believe that. Because, well, oh shit.
My mic's been tweaking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got it. We back, baby. All right, perfect timing. Fuck Mark Walton, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking bum, bro. Bro's probably in, like, Pompano Beach selling fucking drugs.
Hey, Jermaine's gonna be straight though.
No, yeah, Jermaine. Look, man. It's philosophy to everybody, right? But like, if you want to keep it congruent with what TJ Houshmandzadeh was telling him last year,
Yep.
and what Jermaine even responded to, there's a difference between knowing something and embodying something,
Yep.
right? So, like, he knew last year, you heard him talk about that. What TJ told him is not to indulge on what other people think of you, but to recognize that where other people are that you aspire to be at in that level, you better listen to them, and their perception of you does matter because you want to bring your A game. Like I said, not to live for other people's approval, but you get what I'm saying. You got to be that if you want to be welcomed as that.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about that. External, people's perceptions of me can be different than how I see myself. You're saying something along the lines of that. Don't give them a reason to continue counting you out. Can you control how they feel about you directly? No. Be as sharp as you can be, bro.
Yeah.
Don't give them room to do that. Stop giving them ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about with Shamar. Dudes that got to prove it, not to solely prove it for them, but to prove it for yourself that you're not leaving any stones unturned, bro. That's what I love to see from Jermaine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's left no stones unturned yet. Keep it that way, bro. If I'm in his ear right now, in his corner, don't give him a fucking reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like every single, be so fucking sharp, bro. Every route, every drill. You're the first one there. You're the last one to leave. You're the sharpest in your nutrition. You're the sharpest in the gym. Whatever, bro. I'll get philosophical on y'all. Like, I love to see that for a dude, bro. I love to see that for anybody, you know?
And I think Zach said something along the lines of, he's been a guy that's been staying after, and, working on his craft and stuff. So just great things that you hear. It's just hope it's a continual type of deal where, he just keeps doing this because he's got a chance, bro, to really be special in this offense. If you got a guy, and as you said, respect to Andre, but Jermaine talent-wise is levels above. We talk about having 2 1s in the offense. Imagine 3.
Oh my God,
Imagine
dude.
3.
That we need it, bro. Just for vibes. Fuck it. We don't need them. Like, oh my God, I need you to help me in the offense. Like
it was like, let's be honest, B-Things. Like, it was cute. Boyd respectfully coming off of, multiple 1,000-yard seasons, to say we had 3 1s at a time. But like Jermaine has a chance to, he's young. Like he's got a chance to really be that and be a dog. We saw Mike Gesicki in the volume he got last year. Hell, we saw the trust that Joe Burrow had in Jermaine Burton when throwing the ball deep last year in KC when Jermaine kept burning people. It was just rookie mistakes, shit like that. Just screwing your head on, man. Because like I said, sky's the limit for him if he can get it put together fully.
Jermaine Burton is a 9 out of 10 of what a young OBJ was. I don't deviate from that, bro. I said that last year, and I stand on that now. Now, I think the gap is the athleticism. OBJ did have that next level of athleticism. But you talk about raw skill, bro. We saw it last year. I'll dig it up, bro. His ability to focus through the catch in traffic, bro. We have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on our football team. I would put him up as a 50-50 ball catcher, concentration-wise, against those dudes. Call me crazy, bro. I'm not a master of the position, but that was my position. And I get a lot of that stuff. If I'm watching those dudes, bro, I'm like, this dude. Yeah, he's got something off up here. He's got a couple loose screws, but if he could tighten the bitches up, this guy's doing a lot of the shit. Like,
think about think about in a sense of Jermaine Burton, right? You're Jermaine Burton. Imagine how easy your job is as a receiver when you have those two and you're that talented.
Bro, that's the gift. That's what's so exciting, guys. Like, we thought this offense was like reaching a peak last year, bro. This is going to be even better.
There's new heights. Yeah.
Even better, bro, because the O-line is going to be better.
Yeah.
You literally had the worst fucking guards on the planet.
Yep.
Literally. 63rd and 64th. Like, they can only be better. Yeah, you don't have an error call. That can matter because we talked about it, the ability to go two tight end sets. We talked about the right? The impact of that. The best offense in the league have an effective two-man tight end system in the offense. So that is going to be a legit hurdle. But the running back unit's better. Another year with Joe Burrow. Healthy Jamar, T, in their primes. They just got paid. Mike Gesicki secured. These guys are here. But
what do they say? Then, like, the bag motivates, but then once they get that bag, bro, stupid, bro. We've seen it with dudes like Jesse Bates, dudes that like you're due a bag, and then once they get a bag, they just turn up even more.
Well, you've seen both. I hate to say it.
I know.
I thought you were going to talk about both. But, like, the best part is, like, these dudes clearly are not just money motivated. Bro, they will fucking die for their guys.
Yeah.
Like, it's the lifestyle. It is the lifestyle, bro. It's the lifestyle for these guys. It's what they're fully committed to. And I certainly don't see that. But this is T and Jamar getting paid is the best thing that's ever happened to Jermaine Burton. We don't need shit from you in this offense, Jermaine Burton. I don't need a fucking thing, bro. I will inactivate you if I'm Zach Taylor. But guess what? You want to be able to put up hundreds of yards and never be a focal point, never be a worry, like a big enough worry. You will never be a bigger worry than Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Unless you're literally the top 10 receiver in the league. And that's how much they got paid, bro.
Bro, Jermaine could come out and run a streak every play as the wide receiver 3 and let Jamar and T cook, and I guarantee you he'll catch like 3 or 4 deep balls plus.
Bro, it's the best part.
Like, Jermaine, just run a streak every time, bro.
But listen, bro, last year we were the only team in the league to legitimately break the trend that felt unbreakable. One sec, my mic's tweaking right now.
Uh-oh.
Yo. Sorry.
Well, guys, brief intermission.
Wow. Fill the void, bro.
Yeah, guys, Tremaine is a world-class athlete. He's a Burton. The guy is really he's top tier. He's top tier. No, seriously though, like, I really think that he could be an important piece in this offense, man. And talk about chess pieces and stuff like that. Dude, people can go into Sundays thinking that they can double Jamar Chase Day or send safeties over the top to Jamar and T. Well, guess what? Jermaine Burton's here.
Don't you fear. My mic is fucked.
Maybe you're tripping.
Fucking hear this.
Tripping on that OD.
Do we have comments?
You guys want
You know
to
what I noticed?
what?
When my button blinks. Why is it blinking?
What you blinking on?
My fucking button.
Oh,
My shit goes wet.
interesting. You know, this is.
But in the moment, guys.
I mean, this is live. You guys aren't watching some pre-recorded shit.
Hell no.
This is real time. You can ask me a question and I'll answer it. Does Beat Thanks sound fine, guys? Comment below. Is he sounding a little tizzy?
Oh, what's up, Carter? Yeah, bro.
God, I'm blind. I thought that said Kadarius Washington. Like Kadarius Tony.
Shit, Kadarius. What is Kadarius Tony up to right now, bro?
He's rapping.
Is he in the UFL?
He's rapping. Pursuing his rap career, man. He said he hasn't retired. Those reports were fake, but he said that he is pursuing his rap career. Yep. K-Tone. K-Tone, boy. Hey, man. Talk about a guy that just collected rings. Sky Moore. Dude, Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney have the easiest jobs on earth, and they're going to be able to tell their grandkids, like, yeah, I played with Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, Sky Moore may not have a job.
I knew when that dude decided to wear 24, he was going to be ass. Because
So
20
bad,
on a wide receiver is nasty.
No, yeah,
Why
bro.
is a wide receiver wearing 20?
I think Matthew Golden, Packers, yeah, bro. Number 22?
Okay, I like the number 22, but that's not for a wide receiver.
Yeah, bro. Nah, that's a running back or a DB. Like,
or safety.
Bro, or like philosophically, if you wear a single digit number, you better be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is absolutely trash that wears a single digit number?
For us?
No, it's in the league. Not quarterback.
DeMar Hamlin. Sorry.
Sorry. Right, he wasn't that bad last year.
Yeah. We have
oh well. Okay. Look, let's get back to the Jermaine Burton hype. And my mic is not tweaking no more.
You have a comment.
Oh, which is more likely 5 TEs or 6 DEs? Miles. Shamar. Oh my, spin that fuck shit again. Cam. I'd say 6 E's for sure. They won't set Johnson to make this roster, no doubt.
Yeah.
I think they really liked what they saw at the back end of the season for him. 6th round pick, 95 percentile athlete. You saw that as a raw winner, a guy that can get his repertoire developed, bro. If he could continue to develop a couple tools, he could be a valuable back end roster guy. Cheap too. 5 tight ends. I mean, nah, I just don't think you need it. I think 4 is plenty.
Yeah.
You know, I think you can confidently roll with Drew, Mike,
Grandy.
Cam Grandy. I was gonna say number 85. What the fuck? And Tanner. T Glock. Fuck. After that, like,
yeah,
T Glock was active for like a game, 2 games last year, because obviously Eric All was in the mix a lot. But outside of that, yeah, bro, that's all I see. I don't see anything. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's see.
Just need to make sure I'm about to fucking beat my mic Read it. Belt to ass on my mic right now, bro.
It would be a surprise camp cut.
Cal Adamitis.
Yeah, we talked about that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, bro. Another one.
I think this would be interesting to talk about. Did you notice? Shout out Joe Goodberry. He noticed this. Did you know on the Bengals website the transactions never got reported? It was on May 14th. They renegotiated the contract for
Restructure.
Cordell Wilson.
Yeah, I actually meant to bring that up earlier. Yeah, bro, that's interesting.
Right.
Like no news about it at all. It makes complete sense, bro. You had to do it. He was getting paid 3.8 mil salary this year. It was never going to happen. If you're going to have this dude sit as a depth piece for $3.8 million, congrats to him. He earned the maximum amount of earnings for a fourth-round pick because you played literally the maximum amount of snaps.
I mean, that's Fairchild's job.
Yep.
To lose.
And I think anything is up in the air at the right guard spot. I just think they want to see a legit ascending player. Can we please have a year where a dude earns a job instead of defaults into a job? Every fucking year we've had a default into a job. The dude's fallen into a spot because every dude is asked. Who's the least asked? Let's have an ascending dude. I think Scott Peters wants the best for Cordell, and I think Cordell's a lock on this roster now. If you renegotiate the deal for him, he's a lock. Plus, he's got a ton of experience, so you want that, right? So he's going to be a lock on the roster now. So that kind of goes to another point about a dude who could be on the outside looking in. Are we sure Lucas Patrick, Steve? I mean,
yeah, I agree. I think Cordell, nobody's safe, right?
Yeah, but then Cordell's younger than Lucas Patrick, and he's played a lot of games as well.
Shit, Cordell's low key got old on that rookie contract. I think he's like 27, 28.
Yeah, he's part of the system with some Patrick's coaches, who are here now, whatever. But I still think that my mic is fucked up enough.
Yeah, you ain't got no light on there, big dog. Y'all see that phi? That big phi? Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing.
Damn. All right, there we go. Hey, we back now. Hey. All right. So, look, man. Cody Ford, Jalen Rivers has been held in very high regard right now. Cordell, Dylan Fairchild. Yeah, one of those guys are going to be the swing tackle. I get it. But what if Jackson Kirkland really steps out? Then all of a sudden you're talking about a year 3 ascending guy that had a 4th-round value coming out of the 23 draft, fell to be an undrafted guy. He actually played with wait, I may be tripping. I thought he played with Jake Browning. Jake Browning played till what? 2019, 2020, I think.
Washington?
Yeah.
No. Jake got drafted to I think he was undrafted Minnesota.
But in 2019, he played with Jake Browning. I know he did. He played a year with Jake Browning.
Who?
Nonetheless, Jackson Kirkland. Nonetheless, my point is, year 3, ascending talent. He could be fighting a spot with Lucas Patrick.
Yeah.
Then Matt Lee, Lucas Patrick, his center versatility, don't he? Fuck. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Whoever the fuck makes your roster.
Yeah.
Well, I just need the best dudes to win, man. So, like, we do this every year, especially us. I like the competition for this room. Just to be ass. Just to be literally the worst again. I like the upside, man. I really do, man.
Yeah, and I do like Scott Peters. So gonna trust that, hopefully the philosophy resonates. Would love to see, a guy like Jalen Rivers come in and maybe steal the job from a Cody Ford at the right guard slot.
All right, bro. A 25 offense with Dylan Fairchild at left guard, Jalen Rivers at right guard, Taj Brooks supplants Samaje. This is playoff time, early December, where the roster kind of, feels imminent, into Sundays. And Jermaine Burton dethrones Andre and gains the trust of the offense. Is that the best offense of the Joe Burrow era?
I think if that happens, right, which I'm firmly believe that Samaje is still going to be solid for us. If Taj supplants Samaje and then Jermaine is the wide receiver 3 undoubtedly, and he's starting week in and week out, I think you win a Super Bowl. It's like I think your offense is going to be insane, dude. Because you got
Jermaine Burton starts, you win the Super Bowl.
I will back that.
That is crazy.
But that's if he is playing right. If he's at the level of what we expect him to be, I really do. I believe that Jermaine, and we see other guys too that are key pieces to helping you win a Super Bowl. A guy like Demetrius Knight, when we've seen how crucial Jermaine Pratt is in playoff games and coming up clutch and stuff like that. If Demetrius Knight can bring some of that energy, like it's type of stuff like that that helps you get back to the winning ways and winning deep into the playoffs.
No doubt, bro. And now that my mic doesn't have fucking CTE, what I was trying to say earlier, it kind of goes to this point. The Bengals last year on the winning streak towards the end of the season bucked what felt like nearly an unbuckable trend of they got what they wanted out of the run. They just said fuck it with the run because they had to score.
Yeah.
You couldn't be patient. So Joe Burrow had to put it on his back. But you're able to establish an effective enough run game off your pass. That's not common, bro. You have to establish the run to build the pass.
We've said
fuck that because we're the best quarterback in the league. We're the best receiver 1 in the league. We're the best receiver 2 in the league. We have a Pro Bowl caliber running back. We have a Pro Bowl caliber tight end. We have a Pro Bowl caliber left guard or left tackle. Sorry, we have a Pro Bowl caliber soon to be right tackle. So we did what the fuck we wanted. But what I was going to mention was
shout out Dan Pitcher.
Shout out Dan fucking Pitcher, bro, and the Scotty as well. Dog.
Scotty Washington,
but not Scotty Washington.
Oh.
Also, fuck Scotty Washington for that 2022 fucking Hail Mary catch from Mac Jones. Probably his only touchdown in his NFL career, bro, against us.
Yeah.
Remember that dumbass play? All right,
just like Noah Brown.
Booty cheek ass receiver, bro. 16 games out of the year till he plays us. And same with who's that running back for the Texans 2 years ago that just killed us for like 100?
Pierce?
No.
Singletary?
Singletary. Devin fucking Singletary. Barry Sanders. But anyways, Zach Taylor should be jailed if there's a game where T. Higgins and Jamar Chase don't have 24 plus targets. Jail. Just for vibes. Then the receiver 3 interchangeably. Mike, Jermaine, Andre. Don't throw the ball to anybody else. Literally. Okay, except Chase Brown. That's like dump offs or whatever. Throw the ball 43 times a game for all I care. Give 5 targets to Jermaine, 3 to Andre, and then the rest to Mike. Like, dude, they've been perfect because just for like my heart, I get to see Andre get a couple every game. Like, oh, dude, nice. Fucking nice out route, whatever. He gets like his 29 yards, and I bet him on the over of 23.5, and he gets like 22 yards, and I want to, shoot somebody. But and then Jermaine
Oh,
catches 2 passes for like 80 yards. Shoot somebody message. That's what I meant to say. YouTube, don't come after us. But that's what I want, man. Like if Jermaine can get 5 targets a game, just 4 or 5, like Andre, right? Andre did a lot, bro, with those 4 targets a game last year.
Yeah.
You know, but like, dude, what could he create? Like big plays, bro. You know,
I think like with the weapons we have, like if you want to get bold and really be like LSU, you can run 5 wide with the weapons we got. It's kind of crazy.
guards just got to step up, bro.
Yep.
You know
You see that? You see that latest comment?
what?
It says trying to run wide zone with unathletic guards is a bad decision.
Horrible decision. I just can't believe it took like half a decade for Zach Taylor to be like, this may be a bad idea.
It's crazy. Chase Brown was like still making it work though.
Still making it work, bro. Just they're flat foot motherfuckers, bro. I mean, I guess Alex Kappa, you know, before the fucking last game of the 22 season was good at pulling and operating a wide zone, but just like, what the fuck do you expect, bro?
You remember when Cordell was running down that sideline? Was it with Jamar?
No, it's with Chase Brown.
That was kind of fire.
That was fire, but like Cordell's actually sneaky fast.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't have the athleticism to get in and out of his break super quick out of that 3-point stance. You know, sweep a guy at the first level and then get up to the second level. Like it never worked, bro. And that's the biggest thing with these guys coming in. You need athleticism, bro, to at least give yourself the option as a run scheme decision maker. Do I want to lean to a gap scheme or wide zone? You know, instead of having to run between the tackles because I got fucking flat foots that can only go up straight, go straight upfield. They can't pull, whatever. So yeah, you couldn't do none of that shit. I mean, it was a joke. It's a fucking joke. So
I mean,
yeah, bro. I mean that
Joe Mixon's entire career.
people are like, why is he dabbling behind the backfield, bro? His backfield hit rate's been the highest in the league because he can't make a decision. Because he can't. It's common sense, bro. You got the dudes in front of you that aren't doing the fucking job. So, yeah, bro. Can't tell you how many times I've seen our guards getting. Bro, yeah. It's embarrassing. Like, how is the linebacker stonewalling a guard at the fucking line of scrimmage?
Or when we have a fucking Drew Sample blocking Myles Garrett or something like that.
The worst part, bro, is when the guard gets bopped in the shoulder pad as they're pulling,
and he's just
like
standing there.
So slow. No, they're mid run. So like obviously you're at the line of scrimmage right here, right? And like guard, he's pulling around, and like he's still like ready to hit the gap, and he hits it so slow. He's not even turned upfield yet. Then he gets hit inside. Like that's how slow you are. You aren't even ready to go upfield. I've seen it many a times. It's like, oh my god, these dudes are tripping up, bopping feet, fucking stepping on Ted Karras's poor fucking ankles. But yeah, man, like I think Dylan Fairchild, I mean, they're obviously him and Jalen Rivers pass rush guy or pass blocking guys first. I think they got more than enough ability to get upfield pretty quick and do what they got to do, be some maulers in that department. But I feel like that what I was just mentioning with what their bread and butter became last year to be lethal as a drop back offense, they got the guys they wanted.
Yeah.
To continue doing that. It worked, bro. It worked. It produced incredible things for the offense, a ton of fertility. Joe can handle it. And I think I'm starting to be about it, bro. Like it felt more awkward to pass when they kept trying to do that because the offensive line was that much worse. It's only getting better, bro. So I'm starting to kind of get there of like, and plus Justin Riscotti. I don't know why his fucking name's been escaping me the last couple of days. He's been so effective with helping scheme these guys open so much quicker. So because they're able to get schemed open quicker, it makes it that much easier, bro.
And I think Joe talked about it last year. It's like you're going into, you're almost 30 years old, right? you can't be playing like you're 22 still. You can't be taking hits that are unnecessary. And I think last year Joe was really good at, throwing the ball away when he needed to, or still extending the plays without taking hits that he might have taken in years past. So I think that's another component to what helped the offense elevate so much last year, was Joe just being smarter about things, and kind of thinking about his body first. And it's okay. Like, it's okay if now it's not okay when you have a god awful defense and you can't afford to slack on a drive or two, but like, not even slack, but like just miss a play on a drive or two because you don't want to take that hit. So it's like,
Yeah.
I was a fan of him and kind of protecting his body, but also still kind of playing his game, right? I don't think that he necessarily is going completely away from what he usually does. Like, he still likes to get hit, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I mean, I felt like last year it truly came together so well, so many things with the offense, and I think it is repeatable because simply the raw talent of the guys. Like, a lot of shit going on with Ryan Clark right now. I haven't even really been privy to a lot of the shit,
Me neither.
Nonetheless, like, his comment on Joe or what he heard from a DC was the best description I've ever heard. Did he end up seeing that video about what makes him the best compared to Mahomes, Allen,
No.
and Lamar? So I'm paraphrasing, but something along the lines of Josh, Lamar, and Pat are the best at making something out of nothing. But what sets, or it's because that when that happens, they miss the something. They missed the something, and now they have to overcompensate and show their raw ability, their raw arm strength,
Yep.
their raw speed, their size, just the complete, just something that is simply superior against your, against the defenders, and you're able to create these great plays and whatever. And then they said, this is a DC, by the way, that said this. Why Joe is the best is that he never misses that something. He's so fucking sharp that he doesn't have to go out of his way and rush 8 times a game. Now, I'm not going out to say that those guys have to do that because they miss that often, but y'all get my point. That's why Joe has been the best quarterback in the game. No one, I've said it for years, bro. No one quarterback's better than Joe Burrow, period.
It's the guys from the group chat. We got a Jags fan down there. We got a Chiefs fan. But you know what? Jags, we got you week 2. We got you, Jacksonville. Gotta cut that head off. And also Kansas Shitty. You guys are starting off 0-2.
Kansas Shitty Cheeks?
Shitty.
Kansas Shitty
Capital
Cheeks.
of the world.
Kansas Shitty Cheeks. I've never heard of that. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Kansas Shitty Cheeks. That's fire. All right, dude. We got to wrap this up soon because people got shit to do. But listen, guys, we wanted to add this. So obviously for the video cast content moving forward, this is a consistent thing. This is the standard now of the Bengals After Dark Network. Drake and I want to be consistent 2 times a week with you guys, but it so happens to be that time of year to where there's really not a ton going on.
Right.
A dead period is about to come along. You got a little bit of one right before mandatories. It's crazy that we're starting to get to mandatory time of years for a while. But then after mandatories for like a week, like the driest time of the year for football. But it's not long. So that's to get to probably for the next 6-8 weeks. We'll probably be posting once a week, maybe twice a week. So, but of course, if we have anything more for you guys, which we will, y'all be the first.
Yeah, I mean, this is Bengals After Dark. We're coming, man. We're no Diddy. We're going to win the Lombardi this year. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that we're getting the bowl cut, the Mark Davis. Everybody in the comments section, if you commented tonight, I'm sorry, but you have to do the Mark Davis.
All right, if we go to the wait. If we go to the
No,
Super
no,
Bowl.
if we win the Super Bowl. I'm not
Okay. For the parade. All right.
Yeah, I'm not Mark Davis in that shit if we lose, because that's gonna feel bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I think me and Zim talked about going to the Super Bowl.
Nah.
We'll do it.
Nah. You can do that, Chief.
I'm holding Zim too. We're the ones that originally talked about it, and then I brought it up with you. But yeah, bro, like the Super Bowlies. Yeah, bro. I can see it now.
Me too. And you know, Mark Davis is proud. Hopefully he doesn't buy the Bengals, but
hopefully he doesn't die in time. So we gotta do it. Because maybe we can get his attention, you know?
Yeah, maybe
like, man, we're doing this for you.
We get a couple sponsors, you know, a couple Raiders come over to Cincinnati, not
Tom Brady. Tom Brady can become like the
that might be a reach. Because you know that we have the next Tom Brady on our team. I mean, he is modern day Brady with more athleticism. A little more. Like if Brady grew up in today's football, like he's Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna end it with this, bro. Joe Burrow is a top 10 quarterback of all time. Jamar Chase is a top 10 wide receiver of all time. And T. Higgins is a top 10 receiver 2 of all time. I mean, obviously, do they have a lot of the accolades to back it up? No. But, like, I mean, what we've seen out of Joe for years, bro, what he's going to continue doing. If Jamar wins another Triple Crown.
This year, by the way.
He's 20 fucking 4, bro. He may have just turned 25.
Yep, just turned 25.
Like, 2 Triple Crowns, bro.
It's going to happen. And in a few years, he'll drop a 2K-er, you know, just like nothing. Bro. I mean, the dude, like, you have Ravens fans who think they can still talk shit. Like, oh, that shit happened back in 2021 when he did that. Well, let me tell you something. He put 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2 games on you guys last year. So, I mean, he is the Raven Slayer. This dude has over 1,000 receiving yards in 8 games, B-Things, against the Ravens.
You know what I say about that? To all Ravens fans. Fuck you. Fuck all you.
You too.
Terry's cool.
You too.
Yeah, you too. Other Ravens fan. No, I'm kidding. Like I said, Terry's cool. There's some cool Ravens fans out there, but as your fandom, I'm sure you're great individuals. Some of you guys. As a fan of the Ravens, fuck you. Sorry, bro. Any final thoughts before we head out here?
We just hit a hundo mundo on the endo, so I need everybody on here to go subscribe. Bengals After Dark. Follow the guy. Bengals Things. Follow me. Bengals Drake. I mean, we do this, okay? We do this every week, every Wednesday, Sunday. I mean, we cook up for you guys. You could go back. We make movies, bro. Like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. I'm sorry, I can't even say
we make
movies anymore because it sounds Diddy like. You know,
that is a little, yeah.
It sounds Diddy like.
Yeah.
It sucks that you have to watch everything in today's world, but
yeah,
you can watch us all the time. Bagels After Dark. Got some more shit up and coming. So just stay tuned.
We've got like dope shit, bro. Like Mac Miller kicking incredibly dope shit. We about to be on a kick this off season, bro. Kicking incredibly dope shit. Wait, kids. We're gonna be rocking on that kids energy, kicking incredibly dope shit this off season, bro. So I can't wait. Appreciate you guys for tuning in into this episode of the Bengals After Dark videocast. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Peace.